All right, so Tint Talk, subscribe. We got this rare 91 Accord here, and it is the hardest back glass to shrink, in my opinion. I mean, if there is a Honda out there with a back glass that's more difficult, it's probably not popping into my head, or I just cannot think of it. But this one is specifically difficult because the bottom corners and even the top edges, it's particularly curved on this window. So you have to be very careful shrinking this one without further going to say. So, pretty much this video, it's just really just a voiceover. I was actually tinting the customer's car as they were waiting, and as they're talking and this and that, I didn't want to get nobody on camera, and I wanted to make sure I got this one and recorded it. So pretty much this one's here for you guys to enjoy. And if anybody has any questions about this type of car and anything specifically, comment in the box and I'll get back to you. I pretty much get back to everybody within a timely fashion. So the way I shrink these type of back glasses, I don't pull shrink at all, as you can see. The most I'll do is I'll put some heat under the film, and I'll press it down with my finger or something like that to really reset it. So I wouldn't say I'm really into pull shrinking. When I pull, I tried the pull shrink thing and it just doesn't work really well for me. And I'm not going to say it's just because, I have the wrong strategy or something like that. It's just that I haven't put in the time it takes to actually learn to pull shrink, because whether you're pull shrinking or not, you still are going to be messing up a lot of film, trying out something new. So I'll lift the film up, as you can see right here. I'll just lift the film up from the bottom. And then that's how I like to reset it. I guess you can call that's kind of just my type of thing. And for this type of car, I don't lock down the edges immediately until I shrink it a little bit, just to see where this film wants to go. Because if I lock down the edges right off of the rip, I won't know where this film wants to go. So you see how I kind of hit the edge now, and I won't fully lock it down. I want the film to flow naturally. That's kind of what I'm doing here. So this type of car, it's going to stomp a lot of people, because when you get to these edges, a lot of people want to shrink out to the left. They don't know whether, to keep going with it, to use a little or a lot of heat. It's just one of those cars that you're just really going to have to put some work into getting used to. But it is what it is with that. I think this car is it's a fun car to tint. Once you get past the actually heat shrinking it, and I didn't show the install process because it's a completely different process. But once you get past the heat shrinking process, if you get that far, you're probably already a little bit more experienced. But as for me, I'll actually spray and I'll clean it like any normal window. But then when I'm applying the film, I'll spray alcohol on the left side, the right side, and all the way across the bottom in the inside of the car. And I don't squeegee that alcohol away. I leave it on because this glass, as you can see, is extremely curved. So something this curved is really hard for the film to stick to if you don't really, if you're not shrinking it correctly, or if you're just having a hard time laying it down. But I pretty much flatten this when I pulverize it really good. But I still want to keep in mind, I still stay safe on the install. So spraying alcohol inside of the windows, as far as I've noticed, I haven't had anybody come back and say, hey, this is bubbling up, or, I'm getting tint failure, or the shade is peeling, kind of fading off for me. I haven't had anybody say anything like that or nothing like that. So even throughout the years of tinting, I haven't had a car come back and looked all wonky and crazy because I sprayed alcohol and applied the tint. You can definitely apply tint and use alcohol. So remember, Everything you spray inside of the tint is going to evaporate, and throughout the moisture, everything's going to evaporate throughout the air pockets of the tint, regardless whatever you do. So it's still going to come out cool, unless you're of course spraying some type of ammonia on the tint or something like that, which is different. I hear some people like to do it with vinegar to make these type of windows stick. For me, I don't want anybody's car smelling like vinegar. That's a hard smell to get out, because some people are really sensitive to that. So alcohol is, to me, the better way to go. At the end of the day, they'll probably be thinking, hey, did you use a whole bunch of my Purell in here for the hands and everything or whatever? So everybody's kind of used to that smell of alcohol by now, versus vinegar. But as I get to the top edge over here, you can see like I've been blowing a little bit of heat even under the film too. And, that's kind of what I'll do. I'll hit it really quick under the film. I won't just shrink the top of the film. I'll blow it under. I'll get heat everywhere. You want to distribute it. And if you feel like the film is almost even hinting at locking up, you can put your card under it to get it done, or whatever you have to do. But this is Tint Talk here. So like and subscribe, you guys, and make sure to catch me on the next video. If you have any questions, post them in the box and I'll try to answer them all.